As a meeting of the World Jewish Congress wrapped up in Budapest, members passed a resolution calling on European countries to urgently consider banning neo-Nazi groups. The meeting was held in Hungary to draw attention to the rise of far-right political parties throughout the European continent. Members were presented with a study highlighting the links between the growing strength of such extremist groups and the European economic crisis, focusing primarily on Hungary's ultra-nationalist Jobbik Party and Germany's National Democratic Party.
It calls on parliaments and governments to seriously and urgently consider banning neo-Nazi parties or organisations whose aim is to overthrow democratic order, or which pose a threat to the safety and well-being of ethnic, religious or other minorities.
World Jewish Congress President Ronald Lauder criticized Hungary's Prime Minister Viktor Orban for failing to confront Jobbik for its anti-Semitic intimidation. In a speech the Hungarian leader delivered to the Congress, Lauder later said that governments in countries with far-right movements are finding it hard to cope with the phenomenon.
I think we saw certain things, we understood about Jobbik, we understood about various movements taking place. And we understand the difficulties. We understand the difficulties of governments coming to grips with this.
Jobbik has made headlines for a number of anti-Semitic incidents. One of its parliamentary members called for a list to be drawn up of the country's Jews, who he said pose a national security threat, comments that prompted massive protests by Hungarians who saw echoes of the Nazi era. Another major concern in Europe has been Greece's Golden Dawn Party, whose attacks and intimidation toward immigrants and its ultra-nationalist stance has led many to label it a neo-Nazi party.
We need to have laws to protect everybody, to protect democracy and against racism, against those that deny the Holocaust. And this is more important. I think that our country was caught by surprise of the extreme right of the Golden Dawn, this neo-Nazi party percentage that they got in the last elections.
The report suggests that Europe's economic crisis has been a prime force in the rise of such far-right groups, adding that financial difficulties may persist for some time.